then you just working on the circuit. How was it working on the circuit, being a black female comic?
I mean, it's been an uphill battle. The funny thing about it for me is I had to close my own shows just to work. You know, because I wasn't getting hired to MC. I wasn't getting hired to feature. And it was always some stuff when I did. You know, I got hired. I had moved back from LA to DC, and I got hired to open for Aries Spears. And all I was the MC.
Okay,
People
cool.
usually don't trip about who the MC is.
Right,
Headliners
right.
don't usually trip because there's a feature coming up.
Right.
You know, so this was a very unique circumstance. So remember our boy Joe Recker?
Of course. Shout out to
Joe Recker, man.
Yeah.
We used to talk, if not every day, every other day. I still quote some things that Joe said. But I told Joe, I said, yeah, I just been hired to MC for Aries Spears. Immediately, Joe said, oh, you're not going to be able to do that.
What do you
And
mean?
I said, what do you mean?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, Aries will never let you MC for him. And I said, what are you talking about, Joe? It's an MC spot. And Aries says he's the baddest in the game, and he's a male.
Right.
So I know this man is not tripping about a little lowly MC.
Right.
I said, you're wrong, Joe. Joe said, no, he had me taken off of a college show. I lost several $1,000s because he said he had to be the only black act.
Now, I have heard that before. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. So I was like, nah, that's different. I said, that's messed up.
Right.
But that's different. That ain't going
Right.
to happen to me. This is ridiculous. I'm just MCing. I'm in my hometown. And I was so, and this was about 3 months before the show. I had the dates. It was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I called the club.
Okay.
And I said, let me just, because if I can't do it, I want to put something else in that spot. You know.
Okay.
So I called the club and I said, I just had a very interesting conversation. It was told that Aries Spears would not let me work on his lineup because I'm African American. Is this so? The booker was like, oh, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Oh, absolutely not.
Right.
You're fine.
Right.
And so I called Joe back and said, the booker just told me I'm fine.
Right.
So I'm moving on because I'm not going to try to put something else in these days. I'm going to move on. She controls this. She says I'm fine. And I directly spoke to her.
Right.
So now it's the week of the shows. I get a email, which I'm like, you might have wanted to call because you putting this in writing.
Right.
But I get an email. The subject line says, I'm so sorry to have to say this, ...
But who's it from? You.
From the booker.
Okay.
And it's like 11 a.m. before I'm checking my email. This is, so I, and I already knew, I said, when I click on this thing, this is the week of, I click on this thing and it says everything. You know, Aries demanded that we remove you because you're African American.
God
And
damn.
I've never heard of a case like this. This is foreign to me. I didn't even know anybody would make a request like that. And I'm so sorry, but we're going to have to take your week.
Wow.
And I mean, you
The
know
fuck?
when you need your
The money. Yes, we all need our money.
you know, this was one of them weeks where I really needed it. So I'm in a state of shock. And I was like, but so now first I'm sitting and then I hit reply.
Right.
And I said, I was like, first of all, I asked you 3 months ago if my race was going to be a problem for me working this week. And you assured me that it would not be.
But she didn't know.
Right. I said, and so then I'm like, okay, I got to say some stuff, but I don't want to say it in a way that they never book me again at this club. So I said, I'm from here. I said, I will get News Channel 8,
Ooh.
CBS, and Fox to come get him. I put it on him.
Right.
I said, I will do a story about the fact that he just did something illegal. You cannot discriminate on the basis of race, just like you can't
damn.
discriminate on the basis of gender.
Right.
I said, so what he's doing is illegal. I said, so I'll go out wide with the news media. We'll be in front of the club. I said, or better yet, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my socks and shoes, and I'm going to head down there. Just pay me for my week and take it out of his check since he's making demands like that. I said, I'll be there in an hour. And I hit send. I put on my socks and shoes.
No, you didn't.
Drove from Temple Hills to Northwest D.C. And my check was handed to me when I arrived.
Beautiful.
And it was like a Sun Trust Bank or something, which was right across the street from the club.
Right.
I went right across the street and cashed it directly and went home. And I didn't get to work at all that weekend. And I was so angry. Even though I got paid, I was still so angry.
That's not, yeah.
You know, because I'm like, I've never met this man. I've never done anything to this man. Why would you, even if I didn't want you on, I'm like, but it's the week of, so I'm going to go ahead and let her stay. She can't replace this money.
Yeah.
But it's happened to me a few times, and it never feels any better.
Really? But you're a female, so I don't know what that would make a difference with Aries. Come on, Aries. I mean, it just can't be somebody black. I mean, that's what they doing out here. You making that up?
That's what they've been. That's what they've been allowed to do. You know, I just don't understand.
Turn me up a little bit. Turn me up a little bit.
If you like that clip, hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. In fact, why don't you hit both of them?